Hello class, magandang araw sa inyong lahat. So welcome sa ating recorded discussion for our last topic this finals, which is taking charge of one's health. Okay, so papaspasan ko na ha. Wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Okay, so when we say stress, ito yung nararamdaman natin, especially when something is hard, nahihirapan ka sa isang bagay na na gawin mo or merong mga demands and overwhelming na mga bagay-bagay sa paligid mo. So ito yung mental or emotional tension ng katawan natin na nai-experience through tough situations. So bukod sa stress, we have this stressor wherein ang stressor kasi yan yung nagko-cause ng stress natin. Siya yung dahilan bakit ka nai-stress. Puwedeng event yan, puwedeng sitwasyon, or kahit bagay or tao na puwedeng makapag-trigger sa stress mo. And we have two kinds of stress. We have the eustress or tinatawag siyang good or positive stress. So, ito yung nagmo-motivate sa atin, tinutulungan tayong mag-grow and it pushes us to do our best. And this is a healthy and motivating kind of stress. Si this stress naman class, this is known as the bad stress or negative stress. Dito, na nabibigyan niya tayo ng anxiety, yung worriness natin, and we are overwhelmed na pwedeng makapag-harm ng ating well-being. We have different categories of stressors. So, una is yung internal stressor wherein galing siya sa atin mismo. Example, yung mga negative thoughts, yung mga takot natin, yung mga pag-worry, and also unrealistic expectations ng mga sarili natin. So, sa external stressors naman, it comes from the outside world. Ito yung mga ingay, yung mga conflict, mga financial problems, mga school or work issues. So, it is environment-based. Yung acute stressors naman, ito yung mga biglaan and hindi siya gaanong nagtatagal. So, sudden and short term. Example, pag nagpapa-graded recitation ako, ganyan, or sa ibang subjects nyo, maybe may surprise quiz, or may bigla ang hindi kayo pagkakasundo ng isang tao, mga ganyan. Yung chronic stressors naman, it lasts for a long time. Example niyan is yung mga sakit, yung mga family problems na hindi agad na-resolve, and also workload pressure or school workload pressure. So, paano nga tayo response doon sa stress? So, according kay Hans Selye, meron siyang iba't ibang stages ng stress responses. So, ito, ina-explain niya kung paano nagre-react yung katawan natin naturally sa 3 stages na to. Una, we have the alarm reaction stage wherein yung katawan natin nanonotice niya yung stressor. Example, ako naiinis ako sa isang tao. Napansin na ng katawan mo na ay stressor mo yun, no? Na-activate ngayon yung fight or flight response para protektahan tayo. So, ang fight or flight response, it is tayo nito, sa nervous system natin, siya say sympathetic, doon siya na-activate. So, sa katawan natin, kapag during alarm reaction stage, mas mabilis yung tibok ng puso natin, meron tayong adrenaline rush, and tumataas ang ating stress hormones, which are adrenaline and cortisol hormones. So, dahil doon, mas alert tayo and we are ready to act anytime. So, step 2, we have the resistance stage. Kapag tuloy-tuloy ang stress, yung katawan natin, it tries to cope and stay balanced. So, feeling mo, nag-function ka normally, pero you are still using yung extra energy. Sa katawan natin, yung stress hormones, medyo mataas pa din, pero yung katawan natin, it works harder kaysa sa usual. Kaya, go lang ng go, parang ganon. So in the end, I mean, if the stress ends, yung katawan natin is magre-recover siya. Sa exhaustion stage naman, ito yung kapag ang stress is nagtuloy-tuloy siya ng matagal, nagkakaroon ng or yung katawan natin nag-worn out, napapagod, nasisira. So nauubusan tayo ng energy and we can no longer fight the stress. So sa katawan natin, we may feel very tired, weak or overwhelmed. So minsan, bukod sa nagkakasakit tayo dahil nga tuloy-tuloy ang stress, nakakaranas din tayo ng mental exhaustion like burnout or emotional breakdown. Okay? So, bukod sa stress, syempre pag na-stress ka, kailangan mo mag-cope or kailangan mo mag-adjust, maging okay. So coping, it means the things you think or do to handle stress. So, you are trying to solve or i-minimize or to tolerate difficult situations. And we have different coping styles. Una is yung problem-focused coping, wherein nagdi-deal tayo doon sa problema directly. Tinatry nating ayusin or tanggalin yung mga bagay na nagkukos sa atin ng stress. Example, so kung iniisip mo or nai-stress ka, nababagsak ka sa quiz, ang gagawin mo is mag-aaral ka or you will ask for help para matutoran ka. Another style is yung emotion-focused coping wherein from the word itself, nagpo-focus siya sa feelings natin and hindi sa problem itself. So yung situation, it stays the same pero we feel better emotionally. Example, kapag ka-feeling mo ninenervyos ka, ano yung laging sinasabi sa'yo? You have to take deep breaths para makarelax. Yan. So, kapag nagko-cope tayo, kailangan meron din tayong lakas. So, yung lakas, ito yung inner power natin or it is our psychological abilities na makakatulong sa atin to stay positive. Matiis yung stress and also magkaroon tayo ng perseverance to keep going even in tough times. So, strength is our capacity to stay strong, bounce back or resilience, and paano natin i-handle yung pressure. So, we have two sources of strength. Una is yung internal sources of strength. So, under internal sources of health, we have the psychological resources. So, kailangan meron tayong resiliency. Yung sinasabi ko kanina na dapat we have the ability to bounce back after difficult experiences. So, kapag bumagsak ang isang student sa exam, pwede niyang itry ulit yon, itry nang itry, kaysa mag-quit siya or mag-give up siya. Sa hardiness naman, meron daw three parts ang personality trait natin. Una, we have the commitment, wherein we stay involved kaysa mag-give up. Sa challenge naman, nakikita daw natin yung problema as opportunities to grow. And sa control, naniniwala tayo na pwede tayo maka-impluwensya sa ibang tao. So, even with a heavy workload, you students, you stay focused and see it as a learning experience and take steps to manage your time. Okay? Optimism naman class, we are expecting good things to happen. Being optimistic is meaning positive. So, kapag meron tayong kinakaharap na difficult project or difficult task, iniisip natin na kaya natin to, magiging okay ang lahat. Positive thinking, optimism. Next, we have the self-efficacy. So, sa self-efficacy naman, naniniwala tayo na mahahandle natin yung sitwasyon and magsasucceed tayo. Inom lang akong tubig. Ayan. Self-efficacy, gaano ka ka-effective na ma-handle yung situation and magsasucceed ka. So, naniniwala ka na matututunan mo ang isang skill kahit na mahirap basta nagpa-practice ka. Okay, so we have different character strength. So, 6 na virtue yan and 24 strength. Una, we have the wisdom and knowledge. So ito yung strength na tumutulong sa atin na matuto and use our knowledge. So under that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 strengths. Una is creativity. So alam nyo na ang creativity, thinking of new ideas. And curiosity, gusto mong mag-explore or gusto mong mas matuto pa. Judgment naman is about critical thinking wherein we think carefully bago tayo mag-decide. And love of learning, we enjoy learning new skills or information. And sa perspective naman, asan na yun? Ayan, sa perspective naman, under wisdom and knowledge, we are giving advice, wise advice to be exact, and we are seeing the bigger picture. So next, we have the courage. So ito yung strength na tumutulong sa atin na harapin yung iba't ibang challenges and do what is right. So under courage, we have 24, 1, 2, 3. We have 4 character strength. So una, bravery, doing the right thing kahit na alam mong mahirap siya or scary. Honesty naman is telling the truth and being sincere. Or sa UCU core values, it is about integrity. Next, we have perseverance. Ito yung hindi ka nag-give up kahit na alam mo na mahirap siya. And also sa zest naman, having energy and enthusiasm for life. So next virtue, we have the humanity wherein we help connect with and care for others. So kailangan meron tayong kindness na wherein we are doing nice things for others. So sa love naman, we build close and caring relationships. So sa social intelligence naman, kailangan maintindihan natin yung sarili natin and yung feelings ng ibang tao. So sa justice, ito yung strength na kung saan tinutulungan natin yung community to work well. So under justice, we have fairness or equality or equity. We have to treat everyone equally and justly. So sa leadership naman, guiding a group and helping everyone na magsama-samang tumulong. And also sa teamwork, how you work well with others. Another is temperance wherein ito yung strength na tumutulong sa atin i-control yung thoughts natin, yung actions and emotions. So in Tagalog, ito yung timpi. So kailangan meron kang forgiveness wherein kailangan matuto kang i-let go yung galit mo and matuto kang magbigay ng second chances. So another is humility. Kailangan hindi ka nagmamayabang. Lagi ka lang mapagkumbaba. Recognizing na hindi lahat is alam mo. Prudence naman, we have to think before acting and being careful doon sa mga choices na pinipili natin. And self-regulation, kailangan alam nating i-manage yung ating behavior and emotion. So sa transcendence, which is another core value of UCU, it means na tutulungan tayong hanapin yung meaning and stay hopeful. So under transcendence, we have the appreciation of beauty and excellence. Ang ibig sabihin lang yan, nanonotice natin or binavalue natin yung mga magaganda or amazing na bagay. Like for example, admiring a sunset, ganyan. So sa gratitude naman, we have to be thankful. Laging nagpapasalamat kahit sa maliliit na bagay. And hope, umaasa tayo na merong good things na mangyayari in the future. And humor naman is ini-enjoy yung laughter and making others smiles. And spirituality naman, we feel connected to something bigger. So dito yung faith natin, yung purpose and values, doon siya nagmamatter. Okay? So we have cognitive strategies kung paano siya makakatulong sa way of thinking natin para maka-handle natin yung stress better. So una, we have the positive reappraisal wherein iibahin natin yung kung paano natin tignan ng stressful situations para mas makita siya as positive or helpful. Okay, so distancing naman, we are emotionally stepping back doon sa stressor kaya mas ah, less tayong naaapektuhan. So dito, we mentally disconnect doon sa mga stressors natin. So for example, merong problema sa pamilya, um, mas gusto mo na lang na ikat sila kasi gusto mo nga ng peace of mind. So that is distancing. Yung humor naman, so na-explain ko na to kanina, it is about laughter or being joyful or having a playful attitude. Okay. So bukod sa internal sources, we have the external sources of strength. Una, social support. Okay, so people around us or yung mga tao sa paligid natin who make stress easier to handle. Nagbibigay sila ng social support. So, under social support, we have the emotional support. So, ang mga tao, they show love and care and also understanding. Sa instrumental support naman, we give practical help or do things for other people para lang mapagaan sila. And informational support naman, magbibigay tayo ng advice ng mga tips kung paano solusyonan yung problema. And appraisal project, tinutulungan tayong i-reflect yung mga situation and mas maintindihan natin yung mga sarili natin. Okay. Wait lang. Okay, so we have professional and formal support wherein yung asan na ako ibalik ko nga. Ayan, dito pa pala. So may mga professionals na willing tumulong sa atin para ang tawag nito, ma-handle natin yung stress ng maayos. Minsan kasi because of too much stress at nahirapan na ang isang tao, merong possibility na gumawa siya ng hindi maganda. So, yung mga professionals na to, examples, yung mga counselors, yung mga therapists, yung mga yan. So, they help us manage yung emotions natin, yung stress, and also our mental health. Also, tumutulong din ng spiritual and religious leaders. So, they provide guidance, comfort, and also meaning. So, I remember class nung, ito kasi support group tong i-discuss kong next. Nung nag-OJT ako, merong mga alcoholics na sumasali sa isang group. Ang tawag nila doon is Alcoholic Anonymous. So para siyang open forum pero kayo lang ang pagkakasama to share your experiences during their alcoholic days. Yun. So sa itong mga support group na to, tinutulungan nila yung mga tao na may kaparehas nila ng experience para ma-share yung stories and magtulungan ng isa't isa. Okay, wait lang ah. Okay, so we have different lifestyle strategies na pwedeng makatulong sa atin na mabawasan yung stress and ma-improve yung ating overall well-being. So una sa physical activity, of course alam nyo na yan, yung mga exercise, ganyan. Next we have the nutrition. So kakain lang tayo ng balanced diet. So sa adequate naman, so it gives our body enough time to recover. Pati yung isip natin, hindi lang katawan. And mindfulness and relaxation, ito yung practice na kung saan tutulungan tayong ikalma yung utak natin and stop the stress response. Okay, so we also have the hobbies and enjoyable activities. So para daw ma-reduce ang stress, kailangan maggalaw-galaw. Okay? So sa Filipino cultural stressors, may iba't ibang klase tayo. Una, we have the ano ba yan? Familism and interdependence. So because of this, ang mga Filipinos daw, they may feel pressure and emotionally stressed na pwedeng mag-link sa family expectations. Another is pressure to meet family. Ibig sabihin lang niya na even we are feeling stressed because parents expect you na dapat maganda ka, dapat mayaman ka, meron kang mataas na grades, ganyan. Is nagkakaroon yan ng pressure sa isang family member, especially pag mag-isa lang niya nagtatrabaho. So, I am mentioning the breadwinners also. So, sa guilt and shame naman, so, ito yung hiya. So, sasabihin mo na lang na, hindi mo na lang sasabihin or papaalam sa mga magulang mo na ito yung quiz mo kasi either nahihiya ka or wala ka talagang improvement. So, sa emotional suppression and lakas ng loob, ang mga Filipinos daw, they value smooth interpersonal relationships, which is pakikisama, and inner strength wherein lakas ng loob. So, dito, it can lead to hiding our emotions, parenting us, or being alone. Wait lang ah. Ayan. Bakit nag-iba? Mhm. Wait lang ah, wait lang. Bakit ganun? Ayan, sige. So, saan na yun? Yan. Yung emotional suppression and lakas ng loob, yun nga, mas binavalue ng mga Filipinos ang smooth interpersonal relationships. Okay. So, number 8 naman, religious or spiritual beliefs, wherein mas naniniwala ang mga Filipinos deeply sa spiritual or religious. So, pwede magbigay kasi ng comfort ang pagiging spiritual or religious. Pero sometimes, it can also cause stress. So, especially kapag tinanong ka, bahala na si God, bahala na dyan. So, kapag naniniwala ka sa sarili mong ang pag-iisip, and sorry for that, saan na ako? Nawala tuloy ako. Ayun, basta yung religious or spiritual beliefs, it helps us na hanapin or magbigay ng tulong para sa solusyon natin sa ating bansa. So, spiritual and not, nasan na yun? Wala na naman. Or, supernatural explanation for distress, naniniwala ang karamihan na ang emotional or mental health problems from spirits is nakakapagpabalik daw siya ng faith